We have breaking news here on Steelers Talk. The Pittsburgh Steelers have signed Patrick Peterson, 8-time Pro Bowler and 3-time All-Pro, to a 2-year contract. It is a bombshell after just losing Cam Sutton to free agency to the Detroit Lions. We're going to be breaking it all down here on the show in just a second. But first, this is why you subscribe to Steelers Talk, guys. We have breaking news coverage whenever a bombshell move like this happens. Plus, we have a promotion on the channel this week where we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers in 1 week. If we do that, we're going to be doing a Steelers jersey giveaway next week. So make sure that you click that subscribe button for me right now if you want breaking news coverage for the Steelers all off-season long. So let's break this down, guys. Patrick Peterson, 3-time All-Pro cornerback, formerly one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. He's going to be 33 next year, has signed a 2-year contract. We currently, as I'm recording this video, we do not know the contract details. Maybe producer Chase or Trace will get the contract details while we're filming here. But at the end of the day, Patrick Peterson, although he's getting up there in age, he's still a very good player. Last year with the Minnesota Vikings, he had a very solid season, 66 tackles, 15 pass breakups, 5 interceptions, which is very, very nice for someone that was 32 years old last year. And then he had the second highest PFF grade of his career last year with 77.8. So this dude can still play, man. I think that Patrick Peterson is somebody that's going to be still a good player for the Steelers moving forward. And after just losing Cam Sutton, to get a guy like Patrick Peterson to be your cornerback one and to mentor that cornerback that you're probably going to take on either day 1 or day 2 in this year's NFL draft is a fantastic move. He's a great locker room guy as well. I think this is a slam dunk pick or a slam dunk signing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section right now. What is your one-word reaction to the Steelers signing Patrick Peterson? For me, my one word is elated. I think that this is a great signing. Can't wait to hear what you guys think of the signing in the comment section. This is the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break coming up here, go ahead and go into the comment section, find the pinned comment, and answer today's question. So like I've been saying, guys, I think that this is a fantastic signing. I love the fit between Patrick Peterson and the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's somebody that wants to compete for a Super Bowl right now. So the fact that he chose the Pittsburgh Steelers really shows that he thinks that the Steelers can win now. He's a believer in Kenny Pickett. He's a believer in Mike Tomlin. Now, let's take a look at Patrick Peterson's profile here for a second. He's a veteran cornerback, 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro that can play well both in zone and man. He's been around the block, guys. He's played in every system in the book, and that's what Mike Tomlin looks for in his cornerbacks. He looks for long, rangy corners that can do a lot of things because the Steelers like to vary their looks and confuse opposing quarterbacks, and that's exactly what you can do with a guy like Patrick Peterson on the outside as your number 1 cornerback. He has excellent ball skills. He has for his entire career. This is what made him one of the best cornerbacks in the National Football League for such a long time. He had 5 interceptions last year, and he's pretty well into his 30s right now. He's going to be 33 next year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And like I said before, guys, the fact that he wants to come here and play and spend his final years of his career, he trusts Mike Tomlin, he trusts Kenny Pickett and this roster to deliver him a ring. He hasn't won one so far in his career. He is hungry to win one, and he wants to win one in Pittsburgh. I think this is a fantastic fit, and Peterson is just straight up a ball hawk. I mean, you look at the dynamic of what he's going to play in this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. You got TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, and who knows who else rushing the passer, creating havoc, creating discomfort for opposing quarterbacks. When you have a pass rush like the Steelers have, opposing quarterbacks are going to make mistakes with the football. And you want guys with great noses, some guys with great ball skills, guys that can sniff out interceptions. That's exactly what Patrick Peterson is going to do for you. So now after losing Cam Sutton and adding Patrick Peterson, this is now what the Steelers' cornerback depth chart looks like. You got Patrick Peterson there as your number 1 cornerback. And then Ahkello Witherspoon, just in 2021, had a stretch at the end of the season that was probably the best of his career. He got hurt this past year, did not have a good 2022 campaign. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get back to that 2021 form, because if he can, this dynamic duo here between Patrick Peterson and Ahkello Witherspoon has the potential to be something that could be really, really good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Plus, you still have Levi Wallace in the ranks there, backing those guys up. If Ahkello Witherspoon does not show good things in camp, Levi Wallace can sit in there and be that good backup. James Pierre is a restricted free agent. He could also be back. And then also, this sets you up very nicely to go into the NFL draft and take a cornerback. Okay, guys, Christian Gonzalez, somebody that I think if somehow, some way that he escapes the top 15 and he gets to the Steelers at number 17, I think you have to take him. Losing a guy like Cam Sutton, I'm going to get to him in a second, but losing a guy like that has the inside and outside versatility that he has really, really hurts. But Christian Gonzalez is the type of guy that can do that. He can play in the slot. He can play outside. He has that versatility, and Christian Gonzalez, to me, is the perfect replacement for Cam Sutton. He could be that cornerback one for the future, and Patrick Peterson could be the one that mentors him, teaches him the NFL game, teaches him how to be a pro. I think that would be fantastic, but if Christian Gonzalez isn't there, and he likely won't, Devin Witherspoon is also a very interesting option there too. Ahkello's brother, somebody that really had great film at Illinois last year. I think he's going to be a fantastic pro as well. Somebody with the long limbs that Mike Tomlin looks for, the ball skills that Mike Tomlin looks for. He's a hard hitter. He's a Pittsburgh Steeler through and through in his mentality. I think Devin Witherspoon would be a great addition as well. And then Deonte Banks, love him as well. I have him as my number 3 corner, which might be a bit high compared to some other people that evaluate the draft. But I think that he's got great hip fluidity. I think he's got great speed. I think he has really great instincts in zone coverage as well, in addition to really, really high-end press play in man coverage. And then Joey Porter Jr., little grabby. There's some things about his game that maybe aren't as polished as some of the top 3 guys here on my list, but Joey Porter Jr., definitely the type of corner that Patrick Peterson can mold. Joey Porter Jr. has an established relationship with Mike Tomlin. That's certainly an option there in round 1. And then Emmanuel Forbes, another guy that reminds me a little bit of Patrick Peterson, not in terms of body, right? Patrick Peterson is a long, lanky corner. He's got all the physical tools you look for. Emmanuel Forbes is 166 pounds, so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their instincts. I'm talking about sniffing out footballs and getting interceptions. Those guys play the game with a very similar type of instinct, and when you have a pass rush like the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's really, really important to have guys like that can sniff out footballs, that can get interceptions, that can turn the ball over, because that just accentuates how dangerous your pass rush is as well. All right, guys, go into the comment section right now and grade this signing of Patrick Peterson for me in the comment section. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comment section right now what you grade this signing. To me, I'm going to give this one an A. I think that this is going to be a fantastic fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Patrick Peterson is exactly what the Steelers are looking for going in. I'm very excited to see what the terms of the deal are. I hope they didn't spend too much money to get him to Pittsburgh, but I think that given what he was projected to be, a 1-year contract, $5 million is what Pro Football Focus had him at. I think this signing is going to be a slam dunk home run. So now that we've talked about Patrick Peterson, you guys know how I feel about this signing. I really, really think it's going to be good. I do want to spend a little bit of time to talk about Cam Sutton, who signed with the Detroit Lions today. We've been talking about on the show for literally months at this point that Cam Sutton might not be returning to the Steelers. Andy Weidel, coming from the Eagles, somebody that really doesn't take into account or really value these types of cornerback twos, paying them big money. And Cam Sutton right now, he's going to be a Detroit Lion. He's somebody that had a really good year last year, who's the undoubted number 1 corner in the Steelers cornerback room last year, really kept the secondary afloat last year, being able to play in the slot, being able to play outside. He's got that versatility and that dependability that you look for. The contract details, guys, what we've been saying on the channel, 3 years, $11 million per season. We've been saying for weeks now, $10 to $13 million per season is what he was going to make, because although he's not a true cornerback 1, he does have the versatility and the reliability that teams look for. And I mean, the value of that was shown in this contract, getting over 8 figures per year, man. That is a great contract for Cam Sutton. I wish him the very best in Detroit. But like I was saying now, Sutton's not a true cornerback 1. So the question is, did the Steelers make a mistake here? Should they have paid up? Should they have given that $11 million per season to Cam Sutton? Now, I think time will tell. Certainly, it really depends on how well this cornerback draft prospect that they end up taking this year ends up paying out, because Patrick Peterson's not going to be here for long. He's kind of like a Band-Aid, somebody that's going to be a good option for you now, but he's not going to be here for long. You really need that cornerback to work out for you if you are the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I think that this contract and what Cam was able to get shows, even if you're not a cornerback one, if you have that versatility to play inside and outside, that's incredibly valuable at the National Football League level. Teams that are looking to compete really value that. And then, of course, he almost never gets hurt. He's always on the field. He's always dependable. He's always going to give you a solid product on the field. He's about as good of a cornerback, too, as there is in the National Football League, and I wish him the best in Detroit. All right, guys, go ahead right now, finish out the video by clicking that thumbs up icon to show some love to Cam Sutton and wish him the best as he heads to Detroit. It is a new era here in Pittsburgh in the secondary. Patrick Peterson is on his way to the City of Bridges. He is going to be wearing black and gold for the 2023 season. I am pumped up if you are as well. Go ahead, click that thumbs up icon, and remember, subscribe to the channel, because if there's more news later on today or tomorrow, we are going to have a video. So that's going to do it for me right now, guys. I will see you guys later. Peace.